Welcome to our Ayurveda evening talk. We are now moving into autumn, fall, and I want to talk about a few things that are happening. You guys are aware, but a lot of times we just don't have conscious awareness of, oh, this is actually happening. I'm noticing this happening to my body. So, one of the things that happened this weekend that I noticed is an incredibly nice weekend. We are having beautiful weather, like warm in the 80s, high 70s. Perfect. But it's cold in the morning and it's cold at night. So when the sun goes down, when there's no sun, it's cold. And I noticed that this was happening to me. We were at the beach in Lake Tahoe. When I was in the shade, I was freezing. But when I was in the sun, I was too hot. Then I'd go back into the shade and then I was too cold. Then I'd go back in the sun and I was too hot. It's like I could not find where I could be comfortable. Like there wasn't. And then I had an appointment today with a physical therapist and she said the same thing. She said, it's just the weirdest time of year because it's really beautiful, but it's cold. It's cold in the shade and it's cold in the mornings. And that makes it a little more challenging for your body. So I'm going to go through a few different things of what's happening in our body when we start transitioning into fall. So fall or autumn, aggravated pitta from the summertime, it actually worsens because if we actually start moving into fall and we start having more rain, which we did, we had a whole bunch of rain like a week ago, lots. And so that will actually worsen and cause problems for pitta people. So aggravated pitta from rain worsens as a result of the sudden warmth of the sun rays. So now the sun's come back out, and then now it's going to get even more aggravated. So pitta, remember, is dominated by the fire element. So if you're a pitta person, this is something you want to pay attention to. And I'm always trying to remind you at the end of summer, that is when heat peaks. So pitta individuals start noticing they're a little more uncomfortable. They're feeling a little agitated, a little more impatient. There's these little things happening. So the rain and then extra heat after that is called an Indian summer. That's the same terminology. And that really aggravates pitta, which we've already had pitta people getting aggravated, or all of us in general. Our heat element has already been getting aggravated because of summer heat. So then we transition from the summer to the fall, and you want to start doing pitta reducing therapies. So stay out of the saunas right now, stay out of excess heat right now. And you want to start using medicated ghee or just regular ghee. If you don't know what ghee is, it's clarified butter, Ghee. I just worked with a couple of people today that did not know what ghee. I said, oh, just get some ghee. And I was telling them how to do nasal therapy. And they're like, they're like, good, ghee. I didn't even know how to say it. I'm like, ghee, ghee. They're like, we don't know what that is. So ghee, Ghee. It is considered the star of Ayurveda as far as like therapies. It's the most nourishing of all the oils. It can be used for so many things. Nausea, the throat, the ears, tons of stuff, the skin. Okay, so medicated ghee with pitta reducing herbs. So if you're going to get medicated ghee, you're going to order it online. You want to get something like Brahmin ghee because that's pitta reducing, something like that. Okay, water, more water, bitter, astringent, and sweet tasting foods. are easier to digest at this time, and they should be eaten. Leave room in your stomach so you do not overeat at this time, really important. And also doing some purging therapies would be a good idea. So this is where we get into why you really want to get some support for the full cleanse. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., reach out to me. I will get you the link so that you can join our class. It's free for the first night, and learn about how to do the fall cleanse for yourself. So important, very, very helpful. All right. Then you also want to include some lifestyle changes. I really like telling people take a walk at the end of the day. That really helps settle pitta. Also, sitting outside the house on your porch and your balcony, if you have one. In the evenings, if you can't take a walk, at least do that. Using sandalwood oil, it's a really spiritual oil as well, but it's very cooling. Also rose oil, or you can get rose water and you could spritz it. Rose water also very helpful for pitta. And you can also, if you don't have sandalwood oil, you can get the sandalwood powder that works. And you want to, I would moisten it and apply it to your body. Drinking cool moon water or water that has been left overnight in the ground, not exposed to the sun. It's out at night, exposed to the moon or evening air. And that is also cooling. Believe it or not, the gems and things like that do make a difference. Everything has vibration. So the gems that will help is pearl. So you can wear pearls or have a pearl close by. And moonlight bathing. Oh, that sounds lovely. Like skinny dipping is helpful. Avoid snow during this time. And also ingesting alkalines. So you don't want to ingest any alkalines. Heavy meals and sour meals, excess, any excesses, don't do it. And avoid warm oils, fatty foods. Exposure to the sun right now is actually going to take you out of balance. Alcohol, it's really going to take pitta out of balance. Cigarettes, daytime naps, don't do them right now, and eastern breezes. So I know a lot of people go, oh my God, this is so ridiculous. But I have to tell you guys, I'm really impressed because I had a client come in the other day who is a doctor. And he has studied, he's a medical doctor. And he actually studied a little bit of Ayurveda. And he came in and he said, yeah, I had a friend who went to an Ayurvedic doctor and they were told to get rid of their asthma to walk through moist grass every day for a certain amount of time. And it would get rid of his asthma. And it worked. So now that was a treatment for that guy specifically. But see, if you're dealing with conditions that are causing dryness or excess heat or all of that, you are part of nature. So all of it makes a difference. How you eat, what you eat, when you eat, all of it matters. That's why I tell everybody, everything we do, all these little things, they can either take you into balance or take you out of balance. We're living in a way of living. It's so distorted and so distracting, really causing us to be knocked out of balance so easily. And we're not even aware of it. It's one of the reasons why I highly recommend journaling so that you start noticing. I have it all the time. People start journaling. You don't have to do like big, long paragraphs, just a few sentences every day. And all of a sudden they have an epiphany over something so small that they were doing that was causing an imbalance for them. that these little imbalances over time become bigger. They become bigger. Get them under control now. Okay, so no eastern breezes. It's going to take you out of balance. Generally speaking, people should have a little bit of each of the tastes. What are the 6 tastes? You want some sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent each day. Just do it in a balanced way for your particular dosha, okay? Then also make sure you're doing those heat-reducing therapies. And then during each month, when you move into a month where there's an excess, so we're moving into fall. So once fall is in full swing, we're no longer having the warm weather, you make adjustments in those 6 tastes to help bring us into balance. So always making these dynamic adjustments. You want to avoid and reduce tastes that will help you maintain balance. Okay, and consuming foods that are in alignment with those tastes also make a difference. If you do not have your food list and you know you're a Pitta person, reach out to me. I will email it to you. It's fine. It's not going to cost you anything. I will email it to you so you know what are the best tastes for you, what are the best foods for you, and how can you really help bring your body into balance. Okay. Determine what your constitution is. So if you haven't had a consultation, do that. You can join my Thursday noon class where we're really going to talk about learning more about our doshas, more about Ayurveda on a weekly basis to learn more about yourself and how to keep these things in balance. So that's our talk for tonight for autumn. Remember, if you are in autumn, you want to make sure that you are reducing that pitta. Pitta is getting aggravated. Okay, you guys, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Otherwise, let's get started with our practice. We are once again dealing with a more stabilizing practice because it is a destabilizing time of the year. We're transitioning.